G'day guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Bit of an update video. Today is, what day is it? It's Tuesday, the 5th of July. We're going to talk about a whole heap of things. Fuel prices, fuel economy, this vehicle, the 22 Prado, a slight review and a bit of information how to avoid some problems on these trips, some of the problems people have or haven't had and why. But before we do, I'd just like to thank everybody for being patient. I know there's a whole heap of people waiting to get their injector kits, BFE kits, front wheel bearings and Dobinson suspension. And I did put a message out on one of our Facebook pages a couple of days ago saying, you know, if you want to get in early, just obviously our service is normally really speedy. You text me, I text you back, you pay for it, we pack it and send it. It's like bada bing, boom, done, you know. But obviously we're away at the moment. This is what it looks like about 350 k's north of Alice Springs on the Stewart Highway. So we're just heading south at the moment. Cruise control set on 120, which is about 115. So thanks for everybody that's been really patient. Obviously a lot of people saw that message on our Facebook group or Facebook pages. They might have been shared to a couple of groups. So the page is 1KD FTV Injectors and Engine or something along those lines. That's on Facebook. And also the Prado Hospital. You want to be liking, following those, and they get shared to our other main groups. The next one we're going to send it to, of course, is Oz Prado crew and Oz Hilux crew. Just letting everyone know we're back on deck as planned from Monday the 11th to sort all that out for you. And we're going to get past this caravan, so we're all clear for a very long time. And away we go. So we'll just take our time, no hurry getting past. So basically everything as planned. But if you want to get in early and be one of the first of those kits to be packed and sent early next week, just shoot me a text message. Now I can't guarantee you what time or what day I'm going to get back to you, but I'm inviting you to contact me anytime from now, Monday to Thursday, between sort of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. is the best time for you to text me, and I'll get back to you in those hours if I can. If not, as soon as I finish driving. And we'll send you that order. It's mainly for parts orders at this stage, right? Everything else just hold until Monday the 11th. But like for injector kits, for example, for BFE kits, for those front wheel bearing kits, suspension, let's wait till July the 12th. Now, let's talk a little bit about the vehicle. Why don't we go through the fuel prices first? Fuel prices, okay. What's the highest we've seen? The highest was $3 a litre at Lorella Springs, okay, so no surprise there. They haven't got it there to sell it to you, it's there for convenience, you know, they need fuel, and of course they will, you know, they'll provide fuel if you need it, you know, for you to enjoy your experience so you don't run out of fuel. They're not like trying to sell it to you, anything like that. I'm surprised it's only $3 a litre given where it is, how much fuel is normally at these sorts of places, and you know, the price of fuel at the moment. So the one we just drove past, it was a United, $2.55 a litre. Fuel has been on the increase out here since we've been away on this trip, which started early June, finishing up sort of early-ish July, right, obviously. We've seen a lot, you know, a lot of the prices have been about $2.30, so very similar to your capital cities and that sort of thing, but they seem to be on the way up. More common or between the 240, 250 at the moment. So Alice Springs, I believe, is around about 240. You get up to Catherine, you're around about 240, but they're on the rise as well. Up around Darwin, a little bit under 240 at the moment, but they're going up. So you're looking, just budget about $2.50 a litre for your fuel. Okay, so that's your fuel pricing. I'm just going to have a look. You know, we've got the trip computer here. If you watch our videos, we talk about there's three things on the trip computer. One's after start, one's after reset, and one's after refuel. So we'll just quickly go through those. Before we do though, another hot tip, and that's what I'm here to share information to help you understand things and save you money if we can. Okay, so this is what I do. See, we're driving along a sealed road, so there's a lot of red rocks at the side of the road. Every now and then people run off the side of the road, and what that does, that sprays rocks up onto the sealed surface. And then of course there's loose rocks there, so you don't want to tailgate anyone. But one of the worst, the number one ways you get a crack in your windscreen if you want to avoid it is usually a truck going the other way, usually a road train, or somebody towing a trailer like a boat or a boat trailer, particularly bad. Often they haven't got mud guards, depending what road you're on. You could be on one of those narrow single whatever the road is, the worst windscreen chips and cracks usually come from a vehicle coming the other way. We've had quite a few hits this trip, that's why I thought I'll just talk about it for a minute. We've had 2 boulders hit the windscreen just above my vision, and to the point that, you know, these rocks, like I said, see the colour of them at the side of the road, that's the colour they are. They put gouges into the screen, into the top layer of glass, and it leaves the colour in there. You can't clean it out. That's how bad they are at multiple points. Like there's sort of 4 to 6 or 8 little scratch points. I'm looking at 2 of them right now as I speak. So I've been very careful to avoid that, and this is what I do. So when the road train comes the other way, whatever you do, you want to be careful. You don't want to run off the side of the road. When you can't see how close I am, but I'm right on the edge there. You get on the edge, that's where your tyre can drop over that edge and it'll pull you that way. And if you're not smooth and you steer too much to the right, then your back can get out, you can get sideways. And then when your front hits the sealed road again, if you're not quick to correct it again, you'll shoot across in front of the cars on the other side of the road. Not good, so be very careful of that to avoid that situation. But what I like to do, and this is why you need to get good at judging where the left-hand side of your vehicle is, whether it's for the tracks, for wheel placement, that sort of thing. That's why you use the cat eyes and you drive them. You know what I mean? They're not here at the moment. They don't put them out here. But that's how you can learn to feel where the left or right side, exactly where your tyres are on the road. So I'm obviously pretty good at moving left. I go all the way to the edge without going on the rocks. Now, depending where they are and what vehicles are behind me, I may even choose to slow down and go off on the rocks. Obviously, when it's a single lane road, we've talked about this before on our other YouTube channel, 4x4 Adventures, you might want to be on both. Subscribe with the bell on them both so you don't miss the important messages. You don't have to watch them all. 4x4 Diesel, the target is 1 10-minute session every day at 7 p.m. Right, every day, 7 p.m. Melbourne time, right? 10 minutes, might be 5 minutes, might be 15, could be an hour. But if it is, it's all important information. You don't have to watch them all, but if you subscribe with the bell on, it means you're not going to miss it. You've got the choice then. Where if you haven't got it on, you get distracted, you get other things, you forget about it, and you miss this. It could be a really red hot important message, and you just completely missed it. Okay, so like this one, when we're going to be back and what's happening with the parts. Now, to book in for the Prado hospital, I believe, just going from memory, I reckon I've tentatively booked in a couple of cars for sort of the first few days in the week. So contacting me on Tuesday around 11 a.m. Tuesday that'd be the 12th. You know, everyone should be done contacting me about suspension by then. Look, please, I apologise in advance. We're going to get absolutely smashed. I'm not going to be able to keep up with it, but I will catch up throughout the week and the week after. If you don't hear back from me, or you get some responses and then I seem to have got lost, you might have got the messages got buried. We will catch up, but feel free to remind me as often as you need to, depending on your urgency level. If you've been waiting 4 or 5 weeks and you want something and you're really got the taste of it, you want it now, then message me back an hour later or 3 hours later or at the end of the day and say, mate, remind me, end of the day is 3 o'clock, right? It's not 6 o'clock, right? It's dinner time, okay? But if you're pretty relaxed, I'll get back to you anyway. Just leave it with me till the next day or whatever. You'll probably find what I do at the end of each day, I get back to everybody that I haven't got back to and say, hey, sorry about that. We were getting there. And look, I've got to say, in a day, I usually nail at least 90% of all the people that are contacting me. You can help me by providing the right information. When you contact me, your name, your vehicle, what year it is, exactly what you want. How do you know what you want? You watch the video first. Latest Injector information video from January 2020, what year is it now? 2022. That was January 2021. Watch that video, then you can tell me, I like an injector kit and I want an SCV, or I don't, or I want the lot, or I just want injector kit, fuel lines and gaskets. I've already done the EGR clean and changed the map filter, Excuse me, talking too much. But do you get my drift? If you contact me saying, hey mate, how much is an injector kit? Well, I'm just going to give you the price for the full kit with everything. I've got to make a lot of assumptions. If you watch that video and you say, I've watched the video, I want the full kit, or I'm in the trade, I've got Molykote Ultra Grade, things to clean the boards like dowels, and I've got the tools, I don't need the crow foot, blah, blah, well, whatever it is, right? If you give me that information, then I can just send you the text message. It's a personalised service. I send you the text message, bada bing. Right now, let's get to the fuel economy. Talk about fuel prices. Right now, after start, hour and 27 minutes, average speed 106, even though we're set on about 120, we started off a bit slower. 12.4 litres per 100 k's. Today and yesterday we're getting smashed by this headwind. We've got a constant southeasterly 20 to 30 k's headwind all the way home. Bloody beautiful, isn't it? Everyone loves a headwind, don't they? Not. Anyway, there's some other really interesting videos coming out on both channels about the fuel economy. So like I said, you want to be subscribed so you don't miss those. So hour and 27 minutes, 106 k's average speed on the dash. That's not accurate. We're about 5 k's out. Like I said, we're set on 120 at the moment. That means 115. It's about 4.5 k's, something like that. Okay, now we're going to go down to from after start down to after reset. Now, all the people that love the numbers and the information that are watching, they know that I reset the trip computer at about 10,000 kilometres, or exactly 10,000. You can remind me in the comments because I forget. I just know it was about 10,000. What fuel economy we've got since then? Now you got to remember, this isn't the average run-of-the-mill Prado. It parks. It only does long trips. I'll give you an example. The first 10,000 k's of its life included a trip to North Queensland. Okay, so 8,000 k's of that was North Queensland. Now, from 10,000 to 20,000, we're about 18, something like that now, more or less, right? The 18 to 20,000, we're going to get the 20,000 service done on the dot as soon as we get back, just like we did the 10,000, and there'll be a video on that. So subscribe, turn the bell on. But the point is, this trip is we'll call it a Northern Territory trip, if you like, right? So, 8,000 k's, whatever it is, plus of, outback travelling, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of high-speed travelling, which choose fuel, and there's a lot of moving slow in sand off-road stuff, which choose fuel. Generally, if you're travelling 60 to 80 k's and you're normal running around, you might actually get better fuel economy than this, right? At the moment, we've got nothing on the roof, just the roller Titan tray. We've got a couple of awnings. We've got a side one, a back one, pretty slim, not big fat ones, just your cheap slim ones, one side, one back for this trip. We've got a shovel on the right, which acts as a wind deflector for the side of the awning because it's 1,400 long and the roof rack's only 1,200. Okay, so that's the picture there. 12 litres per 100 k's is what we're on. That's at an average speed of 63 k's an hour. Of course, we've done, like I said, a lot of 120. We've done some 130, 135 according to the car, but it's only 130, maybe some Mach 7, whatever. But anyway, and of course a lot of slow moving, sand driving, that sort of thing. So that's what it's averaged out to be. 142 hours driving, okay? 63 k's an hour, 12 litres per 100 k's. Now, since we filled up last, it says we've got 282 k's to go. Now, in the Hilux that's behind me, it said 0 kilometres. We pushed it 60 k's past that, and it took exactly 80 litres. Of course, we had a spare jerry can. This is the sorts of things we do to learn about the vehicles, because Toyota or the books and that, they don't tell you exactly what you've got and exactly what's going to happen. This is why we tell you. And can you imagine you didn't stick around for 13 minutes? You just wouldn't know that, right? If you've got a Hilux N80 and you want to know that, and you've stick around, well, then you can know that. And this is why you just stick around. It's just one piece of the million-piece jigsaw puzzle. We've got heaps more videos to come out, okay? So the Hilux, I'll say it again, I can't remember how many k's it did. It was about, it's getting close to 700, okay? But the point is, it said 0, you're done. And it made it another 6, I think it was 56 or 58 k's, and when he filled up it took 80 litres, so it was about to run out. Yes, we've got spare jerry can of fuel, no problem. Yeah, we've run it out before, no problem. And we're about to do the same thing with this vehicle, because we've got about 350 k's to go, like I said, or whatever, and we've got about 280 k's to go on the you need to refuel. So I already know that there's quite a few k's on these vehicles after it gets to 0. You want to know what they are? Well, I can't tell you exactly, but I can tell you what I've already told you in the previous videos you may have missed. So go back and watch some of those, and I can tell you what it's going to be in another video after we do it, but it's not going to be this video because we haven't done it yet. Okay, so maybe another video tomorrow while we're driving with more info. But at the moment, after refuel, 280 k's to go, 12.6 litres per 100 k's. That's from Catherine. We filled up in Catherine, got a 130 speed limit. We've been doing sort of 110 to 120, but we've had this headwind, okay? If we didn't have this headwind, we'd probably be getting about 10 litres per 100 k's, I believe. But then again, we're moving quicker, so probably 10 and up. The faster you go, the more fuel you use. Anyway, I've shared a heap of info, a lot of talking. I need a drink. That's 15 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes longer than I promised. So for the people that want them short, we've got to go. For the people that want more, I'm sorry, but subscribe, turn the bell on, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you soon on the next one.